Hello, this is Victor, and here with a video when I want to do a very short review about what I think on the new brushes from Citadel. I have to say that I was used to use this the old Citadel brushes. So here we have the fine detail, and we also have the detail brush. These are the brushes that I used to use in the past together with the standard one. Then when the new brushes appear, I decided to give a try to the new Citadel brushes. I still keep the old ones, but I was using these ones for the last since they launched the brushes. I bought them 1 week after, and I've been using them since then. So the brushes that we have in front is the Artificer layer. You will see that here in this shield, this is how they give the size. So this is XS, extra small. Then we have the mediums, and here we have the medium for layer, the medium for glaze, the medium for shade, and the small for dry. And I also have these ones, but I never use this one. Is the base small, and then we have the layer small. I will take off the protection to show the size, and then I will explain a little bit more. If we see here, we have the 3 layers from extra small to the medium. We see the difference in tips. I have to say that I never used the small yet. I take it off for the moment. Then here we also can compare. This is the small base that is much bigger than the layer, and you see there is a mistake there, but it's okay. So I've been using the Artificer. I have to say that Artificer is working very well for me. First of all, as a background, I'm not very good in keeping the brushes in good shape. I'm not using any product to clean brushes. I just use clean water. I try to keep, so what I try to avoid is that the paint is drying on the brush, and normally when I paint I only use this part of the tip. I don't use the full brush, so I try to avoid that the paint can reach this part, the base, because if the paint is reaching the base is when the brush is destroyed. So I take a lot of care when painting not to damage the brushes, but I don't use any product to clean the brushes, so just regular water. So this one I've been using for 3-4 weeks now, and it's working very well. It's helping a lot for me to do details, and if you have seen my video tutorials, this is the brush that I use for most of the details, and sometimes even to do the shading. Here I have an example where I can use this brush. Of course I use the brush to do all the freehands. All the freehand was used with the Artificer brush, to do the details of the gems also, and sometimes to do the main work. Maybe I did this with this brush. I also use a lot the layer or the glaze medium, and I can use them in distinct. So I don't distinct them when I have to use. So I can use any of them. And to be fair, I think I use more the glaze than the layer medium. I use the glaze to do mainly all the base coats, so I can use any of these two to use the base coats. Yeah, you can also use this base, because as you see have more or less the same size, but to be fair with you, I've been using the glaze medium and the layer medium to do most likely all the main job. And then I only use the shade to paint, for example, bases, or to do big work when I have to do big surfaces. But I use this very little. And the dry brush, I mainly use it on the bases. So far, very happy. You see, after using them, the tip of them 3 are in pretty good shape. Okay, and I have to say that the medium layer also allows you to do a lot of detail. So it's working. It was working very well. Of course, Artificer have a very nice and thin tip, that can be used to do very thin, and also the glaze medium is a very good brush to paint. So I'm pretty happy. I'm not sure it's worth to pay 15 euros for the Artificer. I need to test now the layer small, but I'm pretty sure you see the tape when it's wet. I'm pretty sure the layer small, it's almost you can do almost the same work with the Artificer, and they are quite strong. I don't have problems that the tip is opening or is splitting in two. If you just take the points that I said before, I'm not using any product to clean them. I just be sure when you paint, you only use 1/3 of the brush. I try to avoid to use the 2/3 unless I'm taking paint to do mixture. And then if you want to mix, yeah, sometimes I want to go fast and I use the small brushes. But of course, if you're mixing paint, use one of the big ones. So yeah, they are strong. Another thing is the dry brush. I use it quite often. In the past, I had the problem that after using 2-3 times, the brush was too stiff and difficult to use. This brush is still very good for dry brush. It's strong and it's working well. And I did quite a lot of bases. I did almost all the harlequins with the bases with this brush. So I'm also very happy with this one. So far I will say these brushes are good. And I think the ones that are on between 5 to 6 euros are worth to pay for that. And even in the Artificer, yeah, I'm very happy up to now. Let's see how much I can work with that, and I will keep update when I have to change the brushes because I don't feel comfortable with them. But so far, very happy with the Citadel brushes, and yeah, and then you can paint to this level with these brushes. So that's all for this video. I hope you find it useful. And if you want to see more how they work, you can see any of my tutorials, and the brushes that I use in the last 3-4 weeks are these ones, are the medium glaze, the medium layer and the Artificer layer, and then for big jobs the shade medium and the dry small. So that's all. Thanks a lot for watching and see you again later. Bye.